So my name is Faisal Awad, and this is my Petra Kutcher to help me gain some ideas and knowledge of what I want to do, my interests, my hobbies, and some of my hidden talents. So a Petra Kutcher is a 20 by 20 slide. It's a simple format of a presentation where you include 20 images for 20 seconds. During the duration of my level 3 creative media production, I've gained some skills in team working, problem solving, filmmaking, advertising, research, and journalistic pieces. All of these help me gain experience and gain confidence to help me with my projects. As a career, I would like to go into fashion journalism because I've always had a passion for fashion and I've always liked writing. I'd like to go into the pop culture area of fashion, and to help me do that, I would like to go to UAL, London College of Fashion, or Central St Martin's, or University of Creative Arts. Over the years, I've fallen in love with fashion. I've fallen in love with fashion culture, styling, image, textiles, and editorial work. Some of the magazines that I like to read is Vogue. Vogue is an in-depth fashion industry magazine which explains all the aspects in fashion, which I like. For this side, I wanted to explore the timeline of ripped jeans. Ripped jeans from the 80s, ripped jeans from the late 90s, ripped jeans from the 2000s, and ripped jeans from the 2017. All because I wanted to see the evolution of ripped jeans and the origin to where it's finished today, society 2017. Below you will find all types of research that I would like to use for my final project, such as ID Magazine, which is a fashion magazine which I will be doing loads of case studies on, the internet to help me find research, some other case study magazines, and some books to help me collect all my data and all my research. 2009, February, we moved here from Den Haag, Maasland, which was in Holland, to start a new life in England. I was originally born and raised in Holland. I was born in a hospital called Delft with my older brother and my older sister. We moved here to start a new life with my family, and my mum moved here to see her family. When I was a little girl, because I was the youngest out of two eldest, I've always had a lot of spare time where I would go in my room and I'd play. I used to play with loads of Barbie dolls, but I usually get bored with the clothes that come with the dolls. So I used to collect really old socks and make cute little outfits out of them to match their clothing or their shoes or their hair. In 2015, I was having a very rough year. That was the year where I got expelled from school, and I was just going through a lot of things, including my mental health. So I went through a breakdown where I felt very isolated and lonely, and I would always pretend, and I just wasn't myself, and it was a very hard year. After my breakdown in 2015, New Year came, so I started the 2016 off really well. I became more social, I got into my studies more, I joined extracurricular activities such as swimming and dancing, and that was the year where I started therapy to help me with my mental health. London is most known for its fashion culture because it's a fashion capital where loads of tourists comes from all over the world to see fashion attractions such as Oxford Street, Westfield, the West End. So there's loads of like big high-end premium stores where tourists can go in and shop. Out of all the decades, I think the 80s had the most influence in the fashion industry, such as in the 80s it was very popular to have really big hooped earrings, greasy, slicked back hair, for females really big puffy, volumized hair, drop down pants, slogan t-shirts. So all of these trends were very popular in the 80s. So one of my biggest dreams is to work for the Fader, Vogue, Complex Magazine, and BuzzFeed, only because I really like editorial work, and I feel like that's the best path for me for my future because I've studied media. I'm really good at English and literature, so I'm really good at writing, and I feel like that's my option. So in 2015, I went to a secondary school called Winchmore where I studied GCSE art, GCSE textiles, and GCSE business. Reason because I really enjoyed these topics. I felt like I was really creative to do art and fashion, but also I really enjoyed business as well. I feel like just like anyone else, music is a very big part of our life. It's entertainment. We listen to music on the train, on the bus, when we're at home doing our laundry. I feel like music's a really big part. My favorite genre of music is soul, indie, R&B, rap, and hip hop, because I feel like that's just targeted at my generation. Even though I was born and raised in Holland and I lived here for a couple of years, I feel like the American dream is with everyone. One of my biggest goals in 2022 is to move to America so I can kickstart my career in fashion journalism. And I'd like to get a visa while I'm there, and I'd like to travel New York. One of my biggest hobbies and one of the biggest things I like to do in my spare time is to create art. So I like to paint. I'd like to create art in pencil and pen, but my strongest point is paint, because I just like the use of color when I'm creating something I'm very passionate about. 6 months after my mom gave birth to me, my dad walked out on me and my family to go and remarry in America. So that really put a wedge into my family and really made my mom lonely as well. That's probably partial the reason why we moved to London, to start fresh, so my mom could remarry and start a new family. The two eldest siblings I have in my house is my older sister Sirad, which is 23 years old. She just graduated from Middlesex University with a degree in human resource management, and my brother, which is 21 years old, who goes to uni to study a teaching course, become a primary school teacher. My oldest sibling is trilingual. She speaks Dutch, Somali, and English. And my brother's trilingual as well. He speaks Somali, Dutch, and English. I'm trilingual. I speak Somali, Dutch, and English. My mum is, have no idea, because she speaks 5 languages. And my littlest sister, she's bilingual, so she speaks 2 languages.